See the top of my head? I am bald. Anyway, I had to shave my head because my dandruff came back and I was going to a tournament and I just figured I'm not going to deal with this shit. It's gone. So I shaved my head. And let's talk about chaos magic. Now, what chaos magic is basically the philosophy in magic or astral workings, metaphysical workings, or working with spiritual energies that what works is valid. That's what chaos magic is. If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what chaos magic is. So that's basically the type of magic that I identify as practicing, or that I identify with. That maybe I would fit in with more of a specific set of magic. I don't know what. Anyway, chaos magic. Let's talk about it. So, invoking fictional characters. Yes. You see, fictional characters are viewed on TV. They're viewed on YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever they are. People look at them, and when people look at them, they pay energy to them. They actually did an experiment where they had photons passing through a piece of paper, and the way that the photons passed through the piece of paper changed based on whether or not there was observers there watching the photons pass through the piece of paper. And every time they did this, they were able to prove that conscious observation always changed the outcome of the experiment. So your consciousness or your observation of something simply provides energy to something. Your awareness of something is energy. And so when you watch something on TV, you're giving it your energy. When you watch something on YouTube, you're giving it your energy. You're giving me your energy right now by watching me. When you watch Adventure Time, you give Adventure Time your energy. You give it your time and your energy and your consciousness. So fictional characters obviously receive shit tons of energy every single day. They are basically huge batteries that nobody taps into in the magic community, or that very few people tap into in the magic community. And basically, you can use their archetypes and the energies associated with them, basically what people see them as, what people see them to be, and use them as that, because guess what? They are now real. They're now real since people look at them, they believe in them, and they see them. Okay, so now they're real. Now you have fictional characters that you can use in magic. So I'm going to give you a specific example without the specific outcome. I will tell you this. I used this technique that I'm about to tell you, and within 3 hours of me using it, I manifested something drastic. And not only drastic, but against the odds and improbable. And it happened for me. So here's what I did. I used the archetype, or the energy, of Prismo from Adventure Time. Now, with these tulpas, remember, they don't have egos. They don't have consciousness. They're programs. They're like applications on a smartphone. And you can install them into your brain to use them in magic. So they're basically like applications. And when we talk about the LBRP, or the LIRP, which is the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram and the Lesser Invoking Ritual of the Pentagram, basically, that just means the transmitting program and the receiving program. Literally all it means. Invoking means taking energy in, and banishing means making a ball of energy that then explodes. So, like a nuclear bomb. Like astrally, it's exploding like a nuclear bomb. Yeah. Also, with the LBRP and LIRP, you don't actually need to use the pentagram. I found with you see, that's the wonderful thing about chaos magic. I don't have to watch what I say because what works is valid. And I've proven to myself, at least through my own experiments and my own experience, that's where the word comes from, that you don't actually need to use the pentagram in the pentagram ritual. It works without it, and so I have forgone it for most of the time. I don't always forgo the use of polygrams, but yeah, let's talk about this. I used Prismo from Adventure Time, and basically I re-invoked Prismo from Adventure Time 6 times. So normally you use a cube. You'll use a cube of energy that will seal in to lock the energy in, and if you're doing the banishing or transmitting program, then you will basically trap all this energy inside of the cube or the circle, sphere, whatever you want to imagine it as, and then make it explode like a nuclear bomb. And it really is like a nuclear bomb. And for me, I feel it and see the energy. I literally see the energy go off in waves, like then eventually the vibration that it's exploding at gets so high that I can't hear it anymore. It extends to a too high of a pitch for me to comprehend anymore. And the creation that I've made basically ascends into the higher planes. So, yeah, here's what I did. Using a cube, because I like squares, I used Prismo 6 times. So, basically, I cleared my mind first, and before I did this prayer, I prayed, of course, I prayed in Christ, because I always pray in Christ. If you understand what Christ means, you'll know why I do that. Beforehand, for basically absolute safety, assuredness that no harm will come from what I'm doing, and pretty much security of mind, because what I was doing was safe, but it was mostly for security of mind. And then I went into this black space within my head made of blue outlines, and I started doing the thing. So I said, Prismo before me. Now Prismo is a character from Adventure Time. He's literally an all-powerful deity that can grant any wish within the multiverse. He can bring you to parallel universes, bring you back to the same universe, and he can do anything, basically, in the Adventure Time universe. So that's, of course, why I used his archetype. So basically, I went Prismo before me. Multiple invocations. Prismo behind me. Prismo on my right side. Prismo on my left side. Prismo above me, and Prismo below me. And, yeah, basically, I was not actually absorbing, but I was trapping in the energy within this cube from all the Prismos that I invoked for probably about 20 minutes, until the energy got so bright that I felt like my body was going to start having a seizure if I was exposed to this type of energy any longer. And I absorbed the Prismo archetypes into me, and the cube remained. And then I took my hand and I popped the cube. Now this was all in my head. In reality, I was just laying down. In the physical reality, I was laying down. This was all taking place in my head. But I felt like if I did it any longer, my body was going to suffer side effects. I popped the cube, and in 3 hours' time, because I did this at 7 and at 10 it happened, 3 hours' time, something drastic, unlikely, improbable, and difficult happened. Exactly the way I wanted it to, with no harm coming to anybody, and absolutely safely. So, here's what I did. I took the LBRP, the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram, and gutted it into what I viewed or what I have experienced as the necessary parts. And I experimented with it, and it worked. Now, the goal of this video was not necessarily only to show you or tell you a technique, but to tell you to experiment. And anything that you learn in magic, any archetypes that you learn, the names of archangels and their meanings, demons, or whatever your thing is that you use, you can always experiment with whatever you think or you feel or you experience as necessary or unnecessary. You don't have to do everything according to the book. In fact, you shouldn't do everything according to the book. You should do everything according to your book. And basically experiment until it works. If it works, then it's valid. That's effective magic if it works. So, pretty much, that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And see you next time.